So today's topic is agricultural income. Income Tax Act 1961 section 10 subsection 1 according to the agricultural income is exempted from income tax. So that because it is a state, it is the agricultural income included in the state. It is related to state government, so that is why it is exempted from income tax. But non-agricultural income is taxable under Income Tax Act. So here let's see how agricultural income is calculated and how and what are the exemptions that are given to the agricultural income, and what are the unexempted incomes are calculated for the Income Tax Act. According to Act, the agricultural income is included in the total income to determine the tax on the non-agricultural income. So here the agricultural income is exempted from tax, but non-agricultural income is calculated for tax. So let's see what is agricultural income. So here, if the owner or tenant of the agricultural land situated in India receives sale money of crop in cash or in kind. So when the agricultural income is exempted means if the owner or tenant sold the crop for money or in kind, which is exchangeable with crop. So and that land should be in India. So income generated from that land which is situated in India, and if they are selling the crop which is farmed in the agricultural land, that income is exempted from income tax. So income received from the house or building situated in the farm have provided the agricultural land situated in rural area shall be treated as agricultural income. So here if anybody having any building or house in the farm's land, if it is using for agriculture purpose, even if the income is generated from that building, the income is also exempted under the agricultural it is treated as agricultural income and it is exempted from income tax. Conditions for agriculture income to be treated under Income Tax Act. First, the rent or revenue derived from land. The rent or revenue derived from land means it should be definitely using for farming. So then only the rent and revenue which is received or generated by that land is exempted from income tax as under agricultural income. If the land is used for agricultural purpose, the next type is if the land is used for agricultural purpose. If the land is used for agricultural purpose, there are basic conditions which should be fulfilled under that second situation. First is basic operations. Basic operations are those operations which are directly related to farming and skills of labor, human skills and labor on the prior to germination of plant. Then these planted are known as basic operations. So if the land is basically using for agricultural purpose, and if they are farming those land, then the land is called as agricultural land, and those operations are called as basic operations. And subsequent operations are those operations. These are the operations which occur after the farming. So these are the procedure that are related to farmed product, which should be it is a process of making final product. So these are called the subsequent operations. So these are the two conditions under situation if the land is used for agricultural purpose. So the agricultural purpose is depended upon two basic conditions, and those are basic operations and subsequent operations. And the third thing is the income should be treated as agricultural income. Then the third kind of condition is third kind of rule is land must be situated in India. So the land, whatever the land is using for farming purpose or agricultural purpose, that land should be definitely in Indian territory, because the tax is calculated only which is generated in Indian territory or in India, in India. Then in case of agricultural income also, that land should definitely be situated in Indian territory. Then only and that land should definitely use for farming. Then it is treated as agricultural land, and whatever the income generated from that land is treated as agricultural income. There are some special notes regarding to the treating income from farming land as agricultural land. These are the cases which are related to agricultural, but still they are having a specific importance. For example, for nursery income, whether the assessee has performed basic operations or not, so it is treated as the basic conditions are if the basic operations are performed by the nursery person, then it is called as agricultural income. But if a person is buying those nursery plants and then he selling to the to other persons, then it is called as non-agricultural income. That non-agricultural income is taxable, and it is calculated for under total income. Income derived from sale of seeds by an agriculturalist is agricultural income. So the seeds are directly related to the farming. Then these comes under basic operations. So that's why it is completely agricultural income. So it is exempted from tax. Next topic is partly agricultural and partly non-agricultural income. If an income comprises of both agricultural and non-agricultural incomes, in such case it becomes necessary to the part of SSE to segregate incomes. So if an SSE having income which is generated from agriculture, but in that if there is any non-agricultural income, so the agricultural income should be segregated into agriculture and non-agricultural income. Example, profit from the sugar factory, if the assessee owning or leases the agricultural land and the agricultural output is non-agricultural income. So sugar land is agricultural, but the sugar which is farmed is non-agricultural income. So in the process of determining tax liability of an individual, non-agricultural income is included in the total income. This process is called integrating the income or clubbing the income. So if any assessee having non-agricultural income, that is included in the total income as clubbing the income. Now see example for agriculture and non-agricultural income. So here we are taking the tea and coffee to to segregate the agricultural income into agricultural and non-agricultural income. If an assessee income is from a tea plant and tea, coffee, rubber industry, then the treatment of income is as under. So partly agricultural income and partly business income. Here first thing is income from growing and manufacturing tea in India. So it is treated the income, total income, 60% is treated as agricultural income and 40% treated as business income, because after manufacturing the tea they will sell for profit, so it becomes non-agricultural income. So income growing, carrying of coffee in India. So if any assessee growing coffee and in India, so now it is 75% agriculture income and 25% business income. In case of roasting also, if the coffee is grown, curd, roasted in India, then 60% is agricultural income, 40% is business income. Now income from growing and manufacturing of rubber in India. So if the rubber trees are growing in India and they are processing rubber from those trees, then 65% is agricultural income, because they are farming them and they are processing for profit though. So it is 35% is non-agricultural income, that is business income. Now let's see an example for these aspects. So now let's see an example for agriculture and non-agricultural income. Here Mr. Akshit Rao estate in rubber, tea and coffee, and he derives income from them. He also has nursery wherein he grows plants and sells them. Current previous year he furnishes the following particulars. Calculate his non-agriculture income and agriculture income for the current assessment year. Here the manufacturing of rubber is cost is 10 lakhs. Manufacturing of tea is 7 lakhs. Manufacturing of coffee, grown and curd, 5 lakhs. Sale of plants from nursery which are grown in pots, 2 lakhs. Now let's see the solution. Now let's see calculation of non-agricultural income. So the Akshit Rao manufactured rubber rupees of 10 lakhs. So here 35% is treated as non-agricultural income. So here from 10 lakhs, 35% is 3 lakhs 50,000 is the non-agricultural income. So manufacture of tea. So manufacture of tea is 40% is calculated as non-agricultural income. So his total tea total manufactured tea cost is 7 lakhs. From that 40% is 2 lakhs 80,000 is non-agricultural income from manufacturing tea. Now let's see coffee, non-agricultural income from coffee. So here he manufactured 5 lakhs rupees coffee. From that 25% is treated as non-agricultural income. So from 5 lakhs 25% is 1 lakh 25%. 1,25,000 is non-agricultural income. So the total non-agricultural income is 7,55,000 is the total non-agricultural income. So here computing agricultural income. So the remaining incomes are treated as agricultural incomes. So now let's see the agricultural income. So manufacturing of rubber. So after deducting 35%, the remaining will be the agricultural income. So manufacturing tea, 60% is agricultural income. So that is for 4,20,000. So coffee agricultural income 75%, that is 3,75,000 is the agricultural income. So sale of plants from nursery, that is completely agricultural income, because he performed a basic operation, so it is treated as agricultural income. So now the total agricultural income is 16,45,000.